grapefruit brulee and tangy sweet and sour grapefruit reduction. Perfectly cooked medium rare duck, browned to perfection and glazed with honey. Plated with equal amounts of grapefruit reduction and jus. Rule number 1 when you have beautiful ingredients like this is to keep it simple. This is all you need. So we're going to start by removing the silver skin. So the best way to do this is to insert the knife away from you, cut away a bit of the silver skin, and create a bit of a tag. Turn the knife around and then ease away the silver skin away from the breast. Be careful not to remove too much of the meat. Also cut away any veins that might be there. Now flip over the breast, remove any quills or anything like that, and score. Make sure the duck breast is cold when you're scoring or the fat will melt and it won't be as neat. Season the duck breast well and then put aside. Now for the grapefruit sauce, take the juice of 1 grapefruit, reduce slowly, add a tiny bit of the rind in there. When it starts to get a little bit syrupy like this, remove the rind, and we're going to throw in some cold butter, and we're going to monte this in. So this juice is still a bit sour, the butter will help make it a bit more mellow, and it's going to give the sauce some body. So this is the consistency that we're looking for. Beautiful color. We'll put that aside for now. Next, we need to take some grapefruit segments. There's no skin, this is just the pulp. We're going to give them a quick dusting in sugar, and then we're going to use the blowtorch to brulee them. We want to do this quickly. We want a little bit of color, kind of a nice grilled flavor, and we don't want to cook them too much. So we're going to put these aside for now. Next, we're going to cook our duck, a little tiny bit of oil, warm pan, and first we're going to render some of this fat, which is important for making the duck crispy. So we don't want the pan to be too hot, and as soon as we see a bunch of fat like this, we're going to drain it off, and we're going to keep this. Repeat this a couple of times. From time to time, it helps to press the duck like this, and after a couple of times, we're going to increase the heat and give the duck some color. So once the duck has a little bit of color, we're going to add some of the duck fat back into the pan, and this is honestly one of the best fats for cooking ever. It doesn't necessarily have the highest smoking point. I would compare it to clarified butter, but with just a lot more flavor. So brown all the sides as much as possible, the skin should be crispy. After a few minutes, insert a skewer into the thickest part of the duck breast. And this is very important. For medium rare, when it's warm, not hot, not cold, it should be slightly warm. That means with the resting time, it will be perfect medium rare. So now we're going to put a little bit of honey in the pan, a tiny bit more of that duck fat, a little bit of grapefruit rind. We're going to caramelize this a little bit, and we're going to create a nice sticky glaze for our duck. So when the honey is nice golden brown like this, not separated, just caramelized slightly, we're going to reintroduce the duck into the pan, and we're going to make sure that it's coated well. So you can already see how much the color has changed. Got a nice beautiful glaze. Remember, one of the golden rules of cooking is color is flavor. So for a duck breast this size, we're going to let this rest for about 5 minutes. So 5 minutes later, the juices have relaxed, they're not going to all shoot out. And also this has cooked a little bit more, just from the residual heat. So this is one of my favorite ways to portion duck breast. It's very elegant, but if you are portioning it this way, you want to make sure that your duck breast is well rested. If you portion this way and you don't rest your duck breast properly, it could be quite dry. But that's not the case today. Look at that. Perfect medium rare, super juicy, perfectly pink. The outside is beautiful, nice crust. So now we're ready to plate. So we just have some sticky jus here. This sauce is quite strong, so we don't need too much. Super rich umami flavor, a little bit sweet, nice roasted meat flavor. And then we have the grapefruit sauce, which is a bit lighter, a bit sticky, sweet and sour, tangy, acidic, it cuts through the fat. And then we're going to put this beautiful portion of duck right on top. And to garnish the dish, we're simply going to spread around the grapefruit pieces. And that's it, that's all you need. Stay tuned for many more videos just like this. And as always, happy cooking.